Did you know that Scandinavia, a region in Northern Europe, has some of the highest tax rates and also boasts high living standards for its inhabitants, arguably the highest in the world? You probably did, but have you ever asked just how big the Scandinavian economy is? Well, let's find out. Welcome to the economy of Scandinavia. Denmark, Norway and Sweden. These Nordic Germanic countries form Scandinavia, a geographic and cultural region in Northern Europe. Scandinavia has a total population of 22 million people and a nominal GDP of $1.6 trillion. If it were a single country, this would make it the 15th largest economy in the world, behind Mexico but ahead of Spain, and the 6th largest in Europe, behind Russia. But given its relatively small population, its GDP per capita is very high. In purchasing power parity terms, Scandinavia has a GDP per capita of $73,000. That's still behind the USA's figure of $80,000, but is on par with the Netherlands, another country with a very high standard of living. It goes without saying, but this is above the European average, and very few countries rank better. But anyway, the countries of Scandinavia are known for many things, perhaps most notably their high tax rates, particularly income tax. But how have high taxes affected the region's economy and the quality of life of its population? Well, let's find out. But before we do, if you like the video topic, then hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content. Also, comment a pineapple emoji below for the algorithm. Okay, on with the video. Taxes in Scandinavia tend to be high, but they are also used to finance many social programs that benefit all citizens, including free healthcare, free education, and generous parental leave benefits. The tax systems of the Scandinavian countries aren't the same, but they do bring in a lot of revenue. Take a look at this graph. This shows the total tax revenue as a percentage of GDP. We can see that all Scandinavian countries hover around the 40 to 45% mark, much higher than the USA's. But not all taxes are equal. If we look at this graph, we can see a clear difference, in which taxes are more important in different countries. In Scandinavia, consumption taxes bring in more than 10% of tax revenue, significantly more than in the USA. Consumption taxes are taxes like value-added tax or retail sales tax, basically every time you consume a product or service. Perhaps surprising to some is that the top personal income tax rate in Norway is actually lower than that of the USA's, as can be seen in this graph from the Tax Foundation. However, Norway applies this tax threshold to personal incomes 1.6 times the national average, whereas the USA applies its tax threshold to those earning 9.2 times the national average income. So, it's true, Scandinavia is a more tax-burdened economy, and its high taxes go on to pay for universal healthcare and higher education, which contribute to very high social scores. I mean, all three Scandinavian countries rank in the top 7 countries on the World Happiness Report for 2023. And although some people seem to mistakenly call these countries socialist for having some properly funded social policies, the Scandinavian countries are competitive, open, mixed economies. The vast majority of companies are privately owned and are market-orientated. The key thing in Scandinavia is that its political system, from a national, regional, and local level, function relatively well. Trust is relatively high, and corruption is relatively low. This is what allows the economies to translate the high taxation into useful policies that generate world-leading companies with highly skilled workforces that do cutting-edge innovation. the institutional effectiveness is key. It's not magic that high taxes turn into useful policies. Keep in mind that Italy also has had a similar weight of taxes as a percentage of its GDP for 30 years, with a drastically different outcome. And these high taxes don't prevent Scandinavia from producing super rich individuals either, as the region actually generates more billionaires per million inhabitants than the USA. When combining Forbes's billionaire data with the UN's population data, you'll see that there are 2.7 billionaires per million across Scandinavia, to 2.2 in the USA. Evidence that highlights that although the region may just be home to the 15th largest economy in the world, its relative output and wealth generation exceeds that of some of the most productive national economies, explaining the importance of the economy of Scandinavia. Hey everyone, now it's over to you. Do you think the Scandinavian tax model is a model to follow, or is it too tax heavy and you'd prefer a different system? Comment your opinion in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to like this video if you like it and subscribe to the channel for more. Otherwise, take care. Bye.